case of the lawyer who was too clever by half. This is a true story. So there's a married couple in New York City, and after 30 years of marriage or so, they get divorced. And they hammered out a separation agreement, which is a contract. We're talking about contracts here. And it went over all kinds of things. Now, they had put a lot of money into a company, an investment company, investment firm run by Bernie Madoff. And if you don't know the name, look him up. Bernie Madoff ran one of the largest Ponzi schemes in the history of America. And a lot of people lost a lot of money. Millions and millions and millions of dollars was lost. So around the time of their separation, this couple had almost $6 million with Bernie Madoff. The wife didn't care for Bernie, and of the money that was with him, she took her half of it and walked. The husband thought that Bernie was the bomb. Everything he touches turns to gold. Don't stop the music. He left his money with Bernie Madoff, which was a great idea until the whole Ponzi scheme unraveled and his half of the money turned out to be almost worthless. So he decided that he wanted to get some of the money that the wife had withdrawn from their account with Bernie. And there's that word account, which is important. And so this is where we get to the legality. How does he get that money? What is this theory? And the answer is mutual mistake. I remember in law school, we all had the case of the barren cow. The buyer and the seller both thought the cow was barren when in fact it was not. And therefore, they could reform the contract to reflect that fact. So that's what the husband said. He said, darling, yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't call her darling. Or maybe he did, I don't know. He said, look, you thought that we had an account with Bernie Madoff. I thought we had an account with Bernie Madoff. I thought he was buying stocks and bonds, investments. He wasn't buying anything. He was living the luxe life. He had vacation homes and the finest of everything. He was living pretty large off of our money. That isn't an account. That's stealing. So since you thought we had an account, I thought we had an account, mutual mistake, and I'm asserting the right to reformation. And I want half of the money you withdrew. She wasn't going there. She got herself a good lawyer. And that lawyer said, no, this is semantics, okay? You put money in, she took money out. If you can put money in and you can take money out, that's an account. Of course, the husband said, no, it's not. It's theft. I mean, it was an artifice. It was to give the impression that there were accounts, but there were no accounts. Nothing was being bought. This was just fraud through and through. What happens? What do we do? So he goes to court, the State Supreme Court of New York. That's the trial court in New York. It's the lowest court. And her lawyer moves to dismiss, motion granted for failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. He appeals. He says, no, I have a claim. And he goes to the middle court in New York, the appellate division of the Supreme Court. And they didn't say he won, but they said, no, he has stated a claim. Therefore, there is a triable issue. The case can go forward. She wasn't happy about that. So her lawyer appealed to the top court in New York, which is the Court of Appeals. So, who wins? Does he win? Does she win? She wins. The Court of Appeals agreed with her lawyer. They said, if you can put money in and you can take money out, that is an account. And therefore, since he did not state a claim upon which relief could be granted, he was left to lick his wounds, and he wasn't getting any money from her. He could go after Bernie Madoff, but I think those poor people got 2 or 3 cents back on the dollar. So that was a major hit. But he was a partner at a major law firm, so I don't think he was too bad off. If you want to read the opinion, it's not such a bad idea, and it's worthwhile. There's a lot of good things in it. The name of the case is Simkin versus blank. And the site, I wrote it down here, it's 19 New York 3rd, page 46. And like I said, it's from 2012. So I always like to end these with a little bit of a saying, and the one that comes to mind here is from Louis Pasteur, who said that chance favors the prepared mind. Well, here at the Sullivan Method, we like to prepare you with all kinds of examples, just like the one I went through with the modern take on the barren cow. So if you'd like a prepared mind, go to the website, hit us up. We'd love to work with you. For the Sullivan Method, I'm Dan Sullivan.